Hi, I'm Jennifer Cosleone, the chair of the 2021 Thomas C. Hood Social Action Award Committee. This year, we had 9 organizations nominated for the award, including Community Organizing and Family Issues, Empowered Fifis, Coalition for Spiritual and Public Leadership, Nonviolence Works, Little Village Environmental Justice Organization, Resident Association of Greater Englewood, Sex Worker Outreach Project Chicago, Lighthouse Foundation, and Chicago Abortion Fund. Please enjoy the following videos created by some of our nominees.
As a woman, I really want to be responsible.
Take care of my own body.
I want respect and freedom.
Mostly everybody would say that they need a miracle to get rid of the disease, but I don't. I like the way I am.
I'm Brittany King, the Empowered Fifi leader and current organizer. We identify as fierce females. Our mission is to highlight women's issues that are often left out of mainstream conversations. Women with disabilities are excluded in women's rights, especially BIPOC identifying women. It is our duty to bring attention to these issues and how they apply to us. For example, reproductive rights, parenting, domestic violence, discrimination, gender pay. While advocating on our own behalf, we seek to express our vision of beauty, empowerment, and sexuality that is inclusive of cross disabilities and intersectional identities, as we model a disability justice framework. In the course of our 31 years of existence as a support group and advocacy group, we've done a series of art projects and advocacy projects that have included marches and demonstrations and protests, also a number of campaign work strategies we've learned about. To learn more about us, please visit us on Facebook at The Empowered Fifis. Also, we can be reached with any further questions at our email, empoweredfifis@gmail.com. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Larry Campbell. I'm the treasurer of Nonviolence Works. Our organization was founded in 2016 to teach the steps to nonviolence, using Dr. King, Gandhi, and Christ as our role models. We've instructed citizens on how to practice nonviolence. Since 2016, we've trained hundreds of people on nonviolence in terms of schools, churches, community organizations. We recently were involved in a legislative process with the state of Illinois that Governor Pritzker signed about a month ago, a bill which makes violence a public health issue. And by doing so, the state will be releasing monetary funds to organizations to assist in diminishing violence in the state of Illinois. Recently, we just completed a 40-hour training session, which was different because it was the first time we've done one completely by Zoom. And these 40 hours was over a 10-week period. Basically, what we hope to do is to train people to make nonviolence a basic part of their life. Our president is Philip Bradley, who's also our primary trainer. You can reach Phil by contacting him at 312-513-7876. My email, which is olcampbelljr@gmail.com. The Facebook is Nonviolence Works. Thank you for your interest and actually also for your commitment to social justice. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you.
The mission of El Vejo is to organize with our community to accomplish environmental justice in Little Village and achieve the self-determination of immigrant, low-income, and working-class families.
We've been working with our youth in the community to really talk about what does a just transition mean and how do we have a voice or self-determination in what development in our communities look like. So over the course of the last year, our young people in coordination with the organizers have hosted over 7 virtual town halls and over 20 community presentations. Our organization helped support the creation of a program called Farm Food and Familias. And basically it's grown from 25 families up to 350 families. These are particularly Black and Brown families located across the Little Village and South Side communities. And we work with 5 chefs of color in the city of Chicago who make these culturally relevant meals, and then we work with hundreds of volunteers to actually deliver the food directly to people's homes. Directly tied to the Farm Food and Familia programs is our Water Justice campaign. The Water Justice campaign was born out of one concern around the water shutoffs that were happening pre-COVID. I'm even more concerned when we learned that water shutoffs were still happening during COVID and that folks could not have access to turning their water back on. And so the work of the water team was really one to ensure that shutoffs would stop during COVID and that folks would have access to being able to turn that back their water on without having to put down deposits of large sums of money as a deposit. And our water work, just like all of our work, is directly connected to our youth development work. And so even with COVID, our youth leaders continue to anchor our work in both the distribution of meals and groceries. They continue to lead the social media work around a just transition and spreading the word around the community around our fight for clean air and clean land. And our youth club actually is continuing online. So we're really happy to be able to have our young people continue to meet and be in support of them, particularly not just around localized campaigns, but also around the policing campaign of getting police out of local schools and also reducing the city's budget on policing. In 2020, we were able to secure a long-term lease with the Chicago Park District at La Vita Park to be able to start a 3-acre farm on that site. And so in 2021, we're really committed to actually starting to see and starting to carry out the initial construction of that farm.
If you'd like to learn more about El Vejo, how you can get involved, or to see what we're up to, we invite you to either follow us on social media, check out our website, or sign up to our bi-weekly newsletter. We share important campaign highlights and updates, as well as opportunities to get involved. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Aisha Butler from the Resident Association of Greater Inglewood. I'm the co-founder and also the current CEO. And what our organization do is really activate residents here in this community to be more involved in the positive change. And so some of that work looks like public safety work, healing work, community development, housing. It's a gamut of different things that residents want our association to respond to. And we feel like as residents here in this community, we are the first responders and probably the best change agents for our community. Inglewood in general is one of those communities that has suffered from disinvestment for over decades, and we're just working to change that. Right now we're in a plaza that we transformed to a peaceful oasis that we've had many of the residents here do on their blocks because we have over 5,000 vacant lots throughout this community as well as vacant homes. I'm excited to be one of the co-founders and CEOs and excited about this opportunity. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Michael Oquinsich Cruz, and I serve the Coalition for Spiritual and Public Leadership as its executive director. And I'd like to first thank you all from the SSSP for your generous invitation to consider CSPL as a potential award recipient for this prestigious award. To talk a little bit about CSPL, I'd like to first share our mission, which is that CSPL works to transform racial, social, economic, and environmental structures. We do this through 3 principal means at CSPL. The first is through building a powerful and dynamic coalition of member parishes, universities, organizations that can act boldly together in our communities and across society. The second part of our work focuses on organizing, community organizing at the grassroots level to dismantle and rebuild systems and structures that perpetuate racial, economic, social, and environmental injustice, again through community organizing and direct action. And the last is our commitment to co-forming highly motivated, strategic, and spirit-rooted grassroots leaders and communities through leadership development and spiritual formation training that is deeply grounded in the Catholic spiritual and social traditions. Our office is in Maywood, Illinois, which is just outside of the city of Chicago, a historic community that today is predominantly Black and Latinx. Over the last few years, we've been around for 4 years now, but over the last year and a half, throughout the duration of this pandemic, we've been primarily focused on addressing issues that have arisen as a result of the pandemic, or that the pandemic in many cases has exacerbated. If any of you would like to get involved, you can learn more about our work at csplaction.org or by visiting us on our social media pages at CSPL Action. Feel free to reach out to us if you want to get to know us more, if you want to attend a meeting. Any of you are certainly invited to participate or to join us if you wish as individual members as well. Thank you again, and I wish you all the best.
Hi, my name is Kathy, and I'm a member of the leadership board of Sex Workers Outreach Project Chicago, or SWAP Chicago. We were founded in 2002 with the mission of improving the lives of current and former sex workers through advocacy, outreach, education, community building, and stigma fighting. And some of the work that SWAP Chicago does includes our street outreach program, where our outreach team goes to different street-based locations around the city in our van, offers and distributes all different kinds of harm reduction supplies to folks who are living and working on the street. We also have a free legal clinic for current and former sex workers, as well as HIV positive folks, trans-identified folks, and undocumented immigrants. We advocate for the full and complete decriminalization of sex work, giving sex workers the ability to control the conditions of our own work and to make our own decisions about how we conduct our job. Ways to get involved with SWAP Chicago. The best way is to follow us on Facebook. All of our news and announcements are posted there. We have a monthly community meeting that the whole community, including allies, are invited to. And we also have quarterly volunteer trainings for folks who are interested in volunteering at our street outreach. Get in touch with us, and thanks very much.
Hi, my name is Taliba Moore. I'm a mother of 3 teenagers and a newborn baby. Wow, I know, right? And I'm also a community organizer with Kofi Community Organizing and Family Issues. And I'm just excited to be able to share the great work, the wonderful work of Kofi. The whole mission is to help and support Black and brown parents, grandmothers, mothers, dads, just all of us, and speaking our truth, just helping us build leadership and going and talk to those who are empowered to help make changes that better our communities and our families. Some of the great work that we've recently done, I can't even name it all in one 1 minute, but currently we just had our Moms on a Mission this past week. It's when we go and lobby and talk to the senators and representatives in the state of Illinois to have our backs. We put you in office now, support us and make sure that we have, we are not being overcharged for utilities. Can we receive more SNAP benefits? Can we, put more food, healthy foods on our families' tables, and just a whole lot of things that we advocate on behalf of not just ourselves, but our families and our friends and our community. And it was great. This year it was virtual. Moms on a Mission was virtual. We had, I want to say, close to 150 participants, and it was just a wonderful event. We had some great speakers and got to really talk to and lobby for what we need and what we want for our communities to better them. You can reach us at kofionline.org You can also follow us on Facebook. You'll find out so much more information on there. And then also we're on Twitter, Ko-fi. I want to thank Triple SP for the opportunity to share the great work. I'm a mother, again, who started with Ko-fi 8 years ago as a parent coming in, taking one of their parent leadership training classes, and I just been a big fan and a supporter, and now I get to be a community organizer, and I get to talk to my fellow parents in the community and share resources and give them a voice and make sure that they are, supporting and know that they can be supported. Thank you again, Triple SP, for the opportunity.